Hi, I'm Jessica Beck from All Ears English and the podcast IELTS Energy. Today, I would like to talk specifically about my Middle Eastern IELTS candidates, the Arabic speakers for the most part. Now, in test centers all over the world, well, especially in English-speaking countries, you guys from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait, you guys are making up a large portion of the IELTS candidates. And every Saturday, I'm hearing the same mistakes, the same things, and other examiners have told me this, that are happening from the Middle Eastern students that are decreasing your scores. So I want to help you guys increase your speaking scores. I'm gonna talk about 4 things that you can do today, all right? So the first mistake that I see happen all the time is students are not taking notes for part 2. Now, there's another YouTube video you guys could watch about taking notes on speaking part 2. This is so important, you guys, and please don't take your notes in Arabic. Please take your notes in English, because that way you don't have to translate while you talk, okay? Because that's just another added complication. So you are given 1 minute to take notes on your ideas about the topic for speaking part 2 before you actually have to talk. This minute is so important. Write down everything you think of. If you don't take notes, you might not have enough to talk about for the whole 2 minutes, and that will lower your fluency and coherence scores. You have to take notes, all right? Also, taking notes will help you organize your ideas so that when you do talk, your answer is more organized. This raises your fluency and coherence scores. And you just have enough to say. So for so many reasons that will help your score, please practice taking notes for speaking part 2 and do this on test day. Another very common mistake I see is students not having answers for these very common IELTS topics. Museums, books, and music. Now, of course, I know that you are coming from a very different culture, and I understand that, but don't let that impede your IELTS practice and your score on test day. These topics come up all the time. You have to be prepared, all right? So please, guys, read a book in English, all right? It can be a comic book. You know, I love comic books. Those are books. It can be anything that you think is interesting. It could be a book about your own culture. That might be interesting to read in English. Get, you know, another perspective, develop some opinions on what is your culture and how people feel about it, and the positive aspects, of which there are many. So find a book, get one online, borrow it from a library, anything you can. Please read a book in English. Also, please go to a museum. If you are in a town or a city which does not have a museum, there are virtual museum tours online. All right, so choose a country you're interested in. Find a museum in the capital city. Like, I love Spain, for example. That's one of my favorite countries in the world. And my favorite museum is the Reina Sofia in Madrid. So you can go online and take a tour of it online, and you could talk about that. All right, there's a lot of ways that you can be prepared to talk about museums, because it is a common topic. I promise you, it's a common topic on the speaking test and sometimes on writing task too, so be prepared. Now, the third topic, music. There's sometimes questions about going to see live music, which is a concert. If this is not available in your city, Watch some online performances on YouTube. This is easy. Find some music that you like. This is a great way to learn English. Read the lyrics, learn about the artist singing. There's a lot of research and a lot of English that you can learn and practice just by getting into some music, all right? So please be prepared for those common IELTS topics because they do come up all the time. All right, the third thing I hear is giving answers that are a little bit informal. Now I know that the questions in Speaking Part 1 are informal, like, what do you eat for breakfast? What kind of clothes do you like wearing? These are informal questions, but guys, you still need to answer in complete sentences all the time. All right, you can't just be like, well, like if the question is, what kind of car do you like? You can't just say BMW. No, like you have to give a complete answer in order to get high IELTS scores. Okay, so practice that. The fourth thing I hear is students filling in between words with and students from all over the world do this when they're getting used to speaking English, so I understand, but there are real things you can do to practice not doing this, because if you do say too often, your fluency and coherent scores and your pronunciation scores go down dramatically. So one thing you can do to improve this skill is to read out loud. And again, you need to read, right? You need to read out loud every night for 5 to 10 minutes. Again, just choose something you're interested in. Could be a comic book, I don't care, anything, a newspaper article, and read out loud every night for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, something you can do to improve your pronunciation scores is find some clips on YouTube from a TV show you like or a movie that you like, in English of course, and listen for a couple seconds, pause, repeat. Try to sound exactly like those actors. This is a great exercise for improving your fluency and your pronunciation. So, students, please watch this video a couple times and take notes and work all of these ideas into your preparation to increase your speaking scores on test day. For more lessons on how to increase your IELTS scores, please visit our website, IELTS.allearsenglish.com, and please check out our IELTS course, which is guaranteed to raise your IELTS test scores. It's called the 3 Keys Success System, also available on our website, IELTS.allearsenglish.com. So, thank you very much for listening, and good luck, you guys. You can do it.